Hello, my Pisces friends. This is Maxine Taylor, and I have your October forecast right here. Before I get to it, though, I've got to share this with you. I'm so excited about my new book, Take Back Your Money. It's very timely. As many of you know, my passion is helping people release their subconscious programming that we got when we were all little kids that runs our lives in the present until we recognize the programming and release it. And my very simple step-by-step technique is in this book. I think you'll find it helpful. I hope you will. And I've had reports from people that it has totally changed their lives. They see things totally differently. And when you see things differently, you create differently. So October 5th is the launch date. Today is October 1st. Mercury goes direct tomorrow. October 5, you'll be able to go to Amazon or MaxineTaylor.com and order the book. If you would like your own personal session with me, it's 3 hours. And I take you through the steps according to what's going on in your life. I personalize this for you. I tailor it to your needs. It is powerful. People have told me that their lives have been transformed, and I know that they have. So, October 5. Now, let's talk about you. Isn't this awesome? First of all, let's talk about Mercury. As I said a minute ago, Mercury's going to go direct tomorrow, and then it's in the shadow of the retrograde, which feels like a retrograde, but it's not a retrograde. It will be in the shadow until October 15th. In the shadow, it'll feel just like Mercury's retrograde, but it gives you an opportunity to tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects that you couldn't get to when Mercury was retrograde. Mars, the planet of action and energy, is going to be retrograde October 30th. It's in the shadow of the retrograde now. Now, when Mars goes retrograde, it's not like Mercury. When Mercury goes retrograde, everything is confused. Okay? When Mars goes retrograde, Mars rules action. It rules energy. When it goes retrograde, the world flatlines. Nothing happens. Nothing moves forward, feels like. Now, life goes on, but you'll see it most in commerce and industry. The full cycle from shadow to retrograde to direct to shadow will go through March 15th of 2023. It's a long time, but I'll keep you posted every month, so I'll have a report for you. So let's look at this. Mars will go retrograde in your 4th house of home, family, and real estate. So if you're planning on selling, buying, renovating, there may be something about the deal that slows up progress, okay? You may be wanting to communicate with family, but or maybe go toe-to-toe with a family member, because whenever Mars is, wherever Mars is, that's what you fight with and fight for. So if you're in a hurry to buy, to sell, to renovate, or just maybe be home, be aware that Mars is going to be retrograde starting the 30th. And if you're thinking of buying or selling, you might want to get it done before the 30th. Okay. Jupiter, the great benefic, brings blessings, expansion, abundance. It's in your second house of money and it's retrograde. So it's not producing the way you would like. It's producing, but not like it's going to produce after it goes direct and goes back into that second house in a couple of months. I'll tell you when it happens. It's going to back up into your first house on the 28th, and you are going to feel more optimistic. You're saying, I'm feeling better about myself. Jupiter expands. So since the first house is the physical body, you might want to keep that in mind when you're having food that you would not normally eat, food that could put weight on you, you know what I mean? But your outlook is optimistic. You can't buy that with money. That's awesome. So let's take a look at what else is going on. Mercury, the blue planet, what we think about and talk about, has been in your seventh house of partnership. So you've been talking to somebody perhaps special or thinking about somebody special. On the 10th, it moves into the eighth house of secrets, of transformation. And so your thinking is going to undergo a change. Okay. And the eighth house is the house of secrets. So you'll be getting to the bottom of issues. You'll also be helping people look at their own money, perhaps, or their own values. It's really wonderful. On the 29th, Mercury moves into the ninth house, and you see the light. You see the light of day. You have the answers to your questions, and you're seeing a big picture that you didn't know existed before. I love it. So let's talk about it. The sun, which is the yellow planet, is the giver of life. It's your ego as well. And so your ego is undergoing a transformation while the sun is still in the eighth house. It can also help you in joint financial projects. Venus, just awesome. I think I'll put a little arrow here just to make it official. Bear with me. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. Venus is blessings. It's beauty. It's money. It's all the good stuff. It is with the sun. They're hand in hand. So you have the giver of life and love and beauty and money. And on the 20th, they are transforming. On the 23rd, it's like they hold hands and they move into the ninth house. And any secrecy or any digging for answers, you've gotten your answers, and your outlook expands because the sun and Venus are both in your ninth house of the higher mind, principles, concepts, higher education. You see the big picture, and it brings you joy. It brings you happiness. Don't you love that? Now, we will have a full moon on October 9th. On the full moon, things come to a head. It's in your second house of money. It brings the financial picture to a head, whatever it happens to be, so that it can bring you the abundance that Jupiter promises. We are also then having a new moon, and that's when energy starts growing again on October 25th. But this new moon is a solar eclipse, and eclipses are huge. This eclipse is in 2 degrees of Scorpio. Find that in your birth chart. Give yourself a 5-degree orb on either side of 2 degrees, okay? An eclipse, we feel the effects of an eclipse about a week or two before it occurs. And the effects of the eclipse last until the next pair of eclipses come along. Well, we're going to have another eclipse in November, so be sure and watch my video, because that will be the second eclipse in the pair. But this eclipse, both of those eclipses will be with us until the April and May eclipses of 2023. These eclipses will be strongest 3 to 4 months after they occur. So you can see this is a very important time. This new moon this eclipse can open your eyes to options you didn't even know you had before. Foreign travel, international communication, writing, higher education. You're just seeing things with new eyes. And this means that after the Sun and Venus are finished in this ninth house, you'll be able to take them and apply them to your career. I love it. That will be next month. Check with me then. So, till next month, when we meet again, this is Maxine Taylor saying, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.